Good morning. It is 9:12 a.m. on Saturday, April 14th, 2018. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So, my brother and my sister-in-law are here. They're over there right now listening to this. Oh, look, they're going to come over and say hi. Look, that's him and that's her. Look, they're here. uh, yeah, they came and they stayed and everything. And so now they're waiting for me to do this so we can go have breakfast. Last night, went and picked them up at the airport, and then we went to see an improv show. We saw Cage Match, which is one where different independent teams each do little bits, and then we vote at the end. And it was an interesting show in the sense that obviously improv is always designed to have an element of audience participation, at least in providing a suggestion. But last night there was definitely there's a guy who seemed like he was not 100% aware of what was going on. Maybe he was drunk, maybe it was just a language barrier thing, or who knows what it was exactly, but he just definitely did not seem to have the full picture about the part where the audience doesn't talk at the same time as the performers. And at one point, there was an act called King and Wizard, where they're just playing kind of silly heightened versions of a king and wizard and doing silly stuff, and this guy just kept mumbling, and at one point they just kind of leaned over and said, "Excuse me, what was it?" And the guy said, "Well, the king needs a beer," and so they demanded that that guy go buy the king a beer with your own money, they insisted. And it just started this whole thing where for the duration of that act it became this tug of war between basically bossing this guy around and him not taking the hint that if he would just sit down and be quiet, then it would leave him alone probably. And I don't know, it was complicated because at one point he got up to presumably go meet I don't know, his girlfriend or something, and he brought her back in, and it was like she's arriving late, except literally she's arriving like with 5 minutes left in the show. So that's was a weird timing, and it's more indication that he maybe just was not fully understanding what was happening, or what was like what show are they actually at, where are they supposed to be. It's kind of like when I went to see a Quiet Place. There was a point where a woman came in and tried to say that I was in her seat, and I had to take a moment to look at her ticket and point out that she was in the wrong theater. And I was thinking to myself, did it not seem odd to you that this movie seems to be 45 minutes in already? I mean, I guess she wouldn't know that, but in an event, it was still a good time. We had dinner at H Mart, which is a chain. I think there are H Marts all over the place, but this is a Korean grocery store that this particular location has built into it some little, fast foody type of establishments of like curry and sushi and ramen. It's a place that I will often sometimes grab a meal when I'm going to like an improv class or something like that. And on the whole, I think it was a pretty good evening. We after we got home, I was showing off my VR headset, and just kind of playing around. Today we have vague plans, meaning vague ideas of possibly contradictory plans that one or the other of them might happen, or none of them might. We don't know. We'll see what goes on. But at the very least, once I finish recording this video, probably gonna just go take a walk down by the river and then maybe have some breakfast. And I think that is a very attainable plan. It's its elegance is in its simplicity, and the fact that there's a river to go walk by just right outside, and place, you know, uh, only thing that remains to be seen is how big fools are we. I had to sleep on the couch. These guys kicked me off my own bed. Yeah, It's fine though. It's fine because I'm a good host and I don't complain about these things.
Especially not to others.
No, not to others, not at all. I would never dare to speak such a thing in public because it's all about manners. Anyway, I have the aforementioned plans to do, and these guys over there. So I'm going to say goodbye to you now, and I will talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.